JARP makes hydraulic cylinders basically for the commercial market. We sell to OEMs, basically construction market, forestry, military, we're big into that. We do sell to the mining customers, rock crushers. We sell custom welded hydraulic cylinders, so you can't find anything that we make in a catalog. Every mechanical designer that we have here at JARP is an NTC grad. NTC provides students with good foundations. Obviously they still got some learning to do, and it's our job to teach them the JARP way, if you will. We've just recently got involved in the internship program with NTC, and we've had a great experience. Right now we're doing internships basically in the machining area and in the mechanical design. There's a learning curve obviously when anybody starts a new job, but by the time he finished his intern and graduated, we had a fully trained employee that was ready to go, and we've had great success with our NTC grads in mechanical design. Basic skills we're looking for are your basic design skills, some statics, some dynamics. Obviously they're going to need to know some CAD systems. We use SolidWorks, but we're looking for just a good well-rounded student.
The design process starts sometimes when a customer is looking for a quote. A lot of times it starts from when we get an order. We get a drawing or some specs from the customer of what they're looking for, the sizes that they need, how much force they need, what the application is in case there's any certain codes that we have to meet. So I definitely would recommend the mechanical design program at NTC. I took it back in '93, and I've gotten a lot of years out of it already, and I'm sure I'll get quite a few more. We like to incorporate valves into the cylinder rather than the customer having a separate valve block. It eliminates some points of possible leakage or failure. This is an example of a cylinder that we've done with valves in it. The valves are most of the time, or a lot of times, located in the base end of the cylinder down here. This one is one of the more complex ones that we do. And it looks like there's just a lot of lines and circles and everything up, but it's all carefully looked at, designed, thought out, to make sure that the function is there that the customer needs for that particular cylinder.
My name is Todd Wolk. My job title is designer. Over the course of the day, we model up hydraulic cylinders. We do some detailing of the prints. We do some change requests when stuff needs to get changed. I went through the program of mechanical design technology. They gave you the basic skills to understand SolidWorks and some of the math and the design problems that you need to solve when you're making these parts. We build some innovative machinery, such as a steady rest. It's a special add-on to help support some of our longer tubing. We can hold the center on that spot within about 2.5 thousandths. Now that we got this all set up like this, it'll actually support the tube coming out of the machine, so as it spins, it doesn't whip around. It holds center the whole time, which makes all our machining a lot more accurate.
My name is Jason Adamski, and I'm a product designer here at JARP Industries. I detailed working drawings of hydraulic cylinders for manufacturing. I went to a machine tool techniques program at NTC, and a few years later then I went back to school to the mechanical design program. Most of my days spent in the office drawing new prints for new products. Part of my day will be possibly answering questions for manufacturing personnel. Product designer, we are responsible to go through the prints and be sure that all the safety factors of these types of cylinders are met. Some cylinders we make are for man lifting equipment to, say, put workers up in high areas like scissor lifts or cherry pickers. And some of these cylinders have to meet strict ANSI standards in order to be safely used. Well, here's an example of a hydraulic cylinder that we've worked on here at JARP, and it goes to a man lift type application because this whole area inside is filled with pressurized fluid, so it could actually explode if it was not strong enough.
My name is Jeremy Cook and I am a mechanical designer. I started when I was an intern. I studied mechanical design technology and machine tool at NTC. A typical day at work at JARP for me would be coming in, detailing drawings, working with the engineers, take the customer's input, put it down on paper, and make a product that's usable for them to pretty much just put a good product out the door. Testing of cylinders, for example, there's friction welded piece here. The friction weld is something that kind of unique we do here. Friction weld is where one piece of metal is stationary and another piece of metal is rotating, and they're slowly forced together, and it creates a 100% weld that is very strong. This is our basic friction welded rod here at JARP.
It's a good field to get into, especially if you have some manufacturing knowledge ahead of time.
If you like designing stuff, drawing it up, and then actually seeing it get made, that's part of the enjoyment of this job.
One thing that a high school student that goes to the tech wants to continue on to the industry, one way to compete is to do the internships. You know, bridge that gap. You know, you're not going to have that practical experience, but if you do the internship, you can gain that practical experience.